everybody, and welcome back. Have you ever, wondered what it really takes to be a housekeeping supervisor?
Ooh,
We are gonna find out today.
interesting.
So we are cracking open RoleCatcher's career guide today to find out if this is the path for you.
Okay.
Ready to go beyond just fluffed pillows and see what this job is all about.
It's funny you should say that because you'd be surprised how often this very necessary role is underestimated.
Right.
It's not simply about tidying up, right?
Yeah.
It requires a genuine understanding of specific techniques,
Oh, wow.
the chemistry behind cleaning agents,
Interesting.
and even the psychology of creating a truly welcoming atmosphere.
It's about that feeling you get when you walk into a perfectly prepped hotel room after a long day, right?
Yeah.
That sense of calm.
Yes.
That's thanks to the housekeeping team.
Exactly. And leading that team is our housekeeping supervisor.
Right.
They are the backbone of creating that experience,
Right.
managing staff, juggling resources, and making sure that everything is running smoothly behind the scenes.
So let's dive in. What does a housekeeping supervisor actually do day to day?
Okay.
The guide mentions hotels, resorts, even hospitals, right?
Think of them as the conductors of clean.
Okay.
They oversee all daily cleaning and housekeeping operations,
Right.
making sure that everything meets those high standards
Yeah.
that the hospitality industry is main for. But they're not just checking boxes.
Right.
They are training, mentoring their team,
Wow.
ensuring not only efficiency,
Right.
but a focus on top-tier customer service as well.
Right, because a clean space is one thing, but if the team isn't reflecting that same polish in how they interact with guests, that impacts the whole experience.
Absolutely. And I think that's a key takeaway here. This isn't just about knowing how to clean. It's about leading people. It's about managing systems.
Right.
It's a lot more complex than I think it might appear.
Which makes NW the perfect time to kind of flip the script and look at the pros and cons.
Okay.
The RoleCatcher guide
Yep.
lays out some interesting points here. What are your thoughts?
Every job has its ups and downs, right? One of the biggest pros that this guide highlights
Yeah.
is the impressive potential for growth.
Okay.
You might start as an assistant,
Okay.
then rise to supervisor, eventually managing entire departments.
That's a clear ladder to climb, which not every job has.
Right.
But what about the other side?
Yeah.
The cons
Yeah.
that the guide mentions. Long hours, dealing with demanding guests.
Yeah.
Those are things to consider.
Of course, those are realities of the hospitality world.
Yeah.
However, for someone who thrives in a fast-paced environment,
Sure.
those challenges can be energizing.
Okay.
Plus, the pro of a competitive salary certainly softens the blow.
True. And there's something really intriguing the guide points out. Working with a diverse team,
Yes.
to me, that screams learning and growth beyond just cleaning skills.
You hit the nail on the head. Leading a diverse team requires a whole other skill set.
Right?
You're not just managing tasks. You're navigating different perspectives,
Yeah.
cultural nuances.
Sure.
It's a fast track to becoming a well-rounded leader.
So it's about more than just scrubbing floors. It's about managing personalities,
Yeah.
logistics,
Mm-hmm.
even budgets.
It is.
Almost like a business owner in a way.
Exactly. And speaking of the skills involved, the guide lists some surprisingly in-depth requirements for this role. This isn't your average, okay, let's just tidy up job.
Right.
The guide highlights skills like time management,
Yeah.
which is crucial in a fast-paced environment like a hotel.
Right.
Then there's budgeting. You're managing your team's hours,
Right.
ordering supplies,
Yeah.
potentially even making cost-saving decisions.
Right, because every minute counts. And those little costs add up quickly.
They do.
It's like running a mini department
It is.
within a larger operation.
Precisely. And let's not forget about training and motivating staff.
Right.
You're not just handing out feather dusters.
Yeah.
You're building a team.
Right.
You're resolving conflicts.
Yeah.
Maybe even inspiring people along the way.
Okay, so we've established that this role is way more than meets the eye.
It's
Is a chance to hone some serious leadership and management skills. But let's get down to brass tacks.
Okay.
Say you are prepping for an interview.
Yeah.
You're polishing that resume.
Right.
What can you expect?
Okay.
I know RoleCatcher included some insights
Yes.
about common interview questions. What are we talking about here?
Well, they're definitely not going to ask you how to fold a towel.
Right.
These questions are designed to assess your leadership style and problem-solving abilities.
Okay.
For example, the guide mentions the question,
Yeah.
How do you ensure the housekeeping team meets daily goals?
That's a good one. You really have to think on your feet.
You do.
It's not enough to just say, work faster. They are looking for a strategic mind.
Yes.
Someone who understands motivation and time management.
Exactly. This is where your past experiences, even if they're not in a supervisory role, can shine.
Right.
Have you ever faced a tight deadline?
Yeah.
Found ways to streamline a workflow?
Mm-hmm.
Those stories are gold.
It's about showcasing those transferable skills.
Yes.
Maybe you haven't led a team of housekeepers.
Right.
But maybe you've organized a volunteer event or juggled a crazy schedule while staying cool under pressure.
It all ties back to those core competencies.
Right.
Demonstrating that you can handle pressure, that you can lead effectively, and that you strive for excellence even when things get a little chaotic.
And speaking of gaining an edge,
Yes.
RoleCatcher takes interview prep to another level.
They do.
With their AI tools.
Right. Imagine this.
Okay.
You've practiced your answers.
Yeah.
You're feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
But you want that extra boost of confidence.
Right.
You can actually record yourself answering common interview questions.
Oh, wow.
And RoleCatcher's AI will analyze your delivery.
Wow.
Your word choice, even your tone.
Wow. It's like having a personal interview coach in your pocket.
It is.
That kind of objective feedback can be so valuable.
It can be.
In fine-tuning those answers and projecting confidence.
Absolutely. It's about taking those nerves and turning them into an advantage.
So we've gone through the nitty-gritty of what a housekeeping supervisor does.
We have.
Explored the pros and cons.
Yes.
And even touched on how to nail those interviews.
You did.
What stands out to you as the most unexpected aspect of this career path?
I think it's easy to overlook the sheer range of skills this role develops.
Right.
We often box in housekeeping as a very specific, even narrow field.
Yeah.
But it's really a microcosm of management.
Right.
You're dealing with logistics, human resources, customer service.
It's a crash course in running a business.
It is.
Just with a focus on creating a clean and welcoming environment. And that's an important point.
It is.
This isn't just about cleaning up after people.
Right.
It's about creating an experience.
Yes.
But let's take a closer look at how this career path unfolds.
Okay.
Because the RoleCatcher guide provides a really helpful breakdown
It does.
of the different stages.
Okay.
They start with entry-level positions like a housekeeping assistant.
Right.
Which is where many people begin their journey in this field.
They do.
It's about paying your dues.
Yeah.
Learning the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
Mastering the art of the perfectly made bed.
Right.
What else does the guide say about this stage? So it sounds like, being a housekeeping assistant is all about hands-on experience.
Yes.
Learning those foundational skills.
Right.
And kind of getting a feel for the pace of the hospitality environment.
Exactly. The guide even gave an example of a typical day.
Oh, cool.
Imagine you're assisting the team with cleaning guest rooms and common areas.
Okay.
Ensuring those little amenities are fully stocked. And, of course, handling any guest requests or issues that might pop up.
Okay, so you are interacting with guests.
Yes.
You are part of a team.
You are.
You're starting to understand how all the pieces kind of fit together.
Right.
To create that positive guest experience.
And that attention to detail is key.
Yeah.
Noticing a towel out of place.
Right.
Or anticipating a guest might need extra toiletries.
Sure.
That's what sets a good housekeeping assistant apart.
Right.
From there, you might progress to a housekeeping attendant role.
Okay.
Where those responsibilities expand.
Sounds like a natural next step.
It is.
What does that move look like from attendant to supervisor?
So the guide says a housekeeping attendant takes on more ownership of those guest rooms.
Okay.
They are responsible for cleaning and maintaining those spaces to a high standard.
Right.
That includes everything from making the beds to vacuuming, dusting, ensuring the bathrooms are sparkling.
It's interesting we talk about these things and they seem simple, but when you are in a fast-paced environment and you are the one responsible for making sure hundreds of rooms are perfect.
Yes.
That's pressure.
Absolutely. Consistency is key.
Right.
And remember those cons we talked about?
Yeah.
A guest who is unhappy with the cleanliness of their room.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That falls on the attendant.
Right.
So those people skills are constantly being put to the test as well.
Makes sense that this role is a stepping stone to becoming a supervisor.
Mm-hmm.
You're already flexing those management muscles.
Right. And that's where the path leads next
to
becoming a housekeeping supervisor.
Right.
We've covered a lot of what that entails.
We have.
But the guide provided an example of a typical supervisor's profile.
Okay.
They usually have a proven track record of managing housekeeping operations.
Okay.
Ensuring both top-notch cleanliness and guest satisfaction.
So they are not just delegating tasks at that point.
No.
They've got to motivate and mentor their team.
Yes.
It's a whole other level of responsibility.
Right. Absolutely. A housekeeping supervisor is also responsible for training new staff.
Okay.
Implementing cleaning protocols.
Right.
And basically just making sure everyone is meeting those high standards consistently.
And because the hospitality world is so unpredictable,
It is.
I imagine those problem-solving skills come in handy pretty often.
Oh, absolutely. A guest complaint.
Yeah.
A maintenance issue.
Right.
A last-minute room change.
Oh, wow.
The housekeeping supervisor needs to think fast and find solutions.
Right.
They're also often managing budgets.
Yeah.
Coordinating with other departments.
Yeah.
It's a highly demanding role.
And for those who really rise to the occasion,
Yes.
there's the housekeeping manager position.
Now, that is the top of the mountain in this line of work.
Right.
You are basically overseeing all housekeeping operations,
Okay.
ensuring everything from staffing and budgeting to those quality standards we keep discussing.
So you've got to have that 360 view, right?
Yes.
Not just thinking about cleanliness, but the hotel's reputation, guest satisfaction, the bottom line.
Right.
Not for the faint of heart.
Definitely not. It is a demanding but rewarding career path for someone who is passionate about the hospitality industry.
We started with what might have seemed like a simple job.
We did.
But wow, look at the layers we've uncovered.
I know.
Leadership, problem-solving, attention to detail.
Right.
Those are skills that translate to any field, really.
That's the beauty of these deep dives.
Right.
We gain a new appreciation for the intricacies of these roles.
Yes.
And the transferable skills that they develop.
So whether you are just starting your career journey
Right.
or considering a change, don't underestimate the power of a role like this.
I agree.
And if you are hungry for more career insights,
Yes.
remember RoleCatcher has a treasure trove of information just waiting to be explored.
There you go.
Until next time, happy diving.